Welcome to another episode of Multi-scape for Dummies. In this episode, we are going to be jumping into a very, very important concept which applies to RuneScape, Multi-scape, and all scapes, and that is going to be called idle time. So thank you for clicking on this video. I hope you guys enjoy Multi-scape for Dummies, idle time. So what is idle time? Idle time equals the gap between when you issue a command and when it finishes. So when you tell somebody to do something and then you do it. So that time that's in between that is your idle time. It happens constantly when you're walking, skilling, combat ticks. It's a trap. It's like you're watching your account cut a tree down and your eyeballs are telling your brain work is happening. You don't need to do anything else. But what it doesn't realize is that idle time is happening. And you could be utilizing that. So Multi-scape thrives on idle time. It's free real estate for more actions. Why idle time matters. Every old school RuneScape activity has downtime. Most players just wait, but multi-scapers fill that gap. More filled idle time equals more compounded profit per real world second. So as you know, there's a real world out here. So there's in-game ticks, but there's real life ticks, and they're happening synonymously at the same time. While you're waiting for your account to finish something, you could be doing something in the real world, as in telling another account to be doing something as well. So let's dive into that a little bit more. Before we dive into that a little bit more, there's another term I want you to know, and it's called APM, which is actions per minute. This is borrowed from RTS games like StarCraft Brood War. APM equals how many meaningful actions you can perform per minute, so actions per minute. Use it as a KPI to measure how well you're using your time. KPI stands for Key Performance Indicator. These are metrics that companies will often give employees that are metrics that are things that you should be paying attention to that determine how well you're doing in your job role. And you can use KPI to determine how well you're doing in RuneScape. And one of the first KPIs I want to give you is actions per minute. In OSRS, high APM means less idle, more gain. Not necessarily 100% true all the time, but more often than not, if you have a higher actions per minute, you are accomplishing more things than if you had low actions per minute. So example 1, walking. Click account A to walk. 3 to 5 seconds of idle time before he arrives. Most players wait. Multi-scapers will switch. Now I have a little example here in my accounts. As we see this guy here, he is running, and I click over there, and it takes him quite a bit of time to run to his destination. So there's example 1. Example 2, we're going to increase the complexity by 1 account. Account A walks to the bank. During that time, account B is fishing salmon/trout. Now 2 useful actions are happening simultaneously. So let's do that real quick. So he's got the fish. Got to trade with our boy here. He had time to even cook it. So he's going to take it. He's going to even take the burnt fish because that's even sellable. People buy that all the time. So now we got our fish here. We're going to start running to the north, and he's going to go back to fishing. So as we can see, he is fishing here. He is gaining experience, he is gaining value, and this guy's running it to the bank so you don't have to drop it on the ground. So there's our second example. Example 3, we're going to add another layer of complexity, a third account. Account A fishes, account B banks the fish, account C chops willow logs. Okay, so I got the third account here. We got this guy, he's done. He's going to run to the bank. He's running to the bank. This guy's done fishing, so he's going to go cook some more. You know, obviously this guy should probably empty out his inventory a little bit. And it's okay not to be perfect, you know. Just because you got the time, you're doing it. As long as you're just doing it, doing actions, like if you're queuing up an action, you're still not losing time. So it's still good is what I'm saying here. Because, like, he's bottlenecked, so he's waiting for his fish to get picked up, which is still okay. There's a lot of idle time there that he could be utilizing that action, but we're waiting on this guy here. So now we found another bottleneck, another set of idle time. Now how do we fix this idle time? We can empty out his inventory here and increase our gains. So this just compounds and compounds. It just keeps compounding. And this is how you can make your systems as complex as you want, not complex as you want. You know what I mean? So this guy, he could just go cut a normal log. It could be whatever you want it to be. So he could just stand here and wait because he's just delivering goods. So here's one optimization we already found. We're just going to fish the fish and get handed over to him. There's 2 burnt fish here too, so he's just going to pick it up. That willow tree came back. You know, it's just about like, how do I get more actions? How do I get more actions? You know what I mean? And that's what we're kind of looking at here with this whole focus on idle time. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that, you know, not trying to assume anybody's skill level or anything like that. I'm trying to reach everybody. Hopefully you get something if you're kind of a newer player, medium level player, or an experienced player. So the power of compounding. You're not speeding up the game, you're just removing waste. So this is from a system called Kaizen and Lean Six Sigma, lean manufacturing, 5S, stuff like that. You learn that in factory work and stuff like that. If you take it a little bit seriously, these are just like mental. There's systems for you to increase profitability by removing waste from your system. So you can apply that in RuneScape. You can apply that in your day-to-day life. You can apply that with your own job and your own way to make your work easier by just like trying to identify waste. So if you're just interested, look up Kaizen, Lean Six Sigma. Maybe I'll do some PowerPoints on those as well. But let's just move on. Idle time systems grow fast. So 1 account is easy, 2 accounts is layered, 3 accounts, now you're building a mini economy. As you can see, I was already looking at my little crappy system there that I just invented for this little slideshow, and I was able to identify a couple things that made it a little bit more efficient. So the more idle time you can learn to fill, the more scalable your system becomes. Therefore, the more money, more XP, more whatever you're going after happens. You know what I mean? So yeah. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, become a member. Check out my links to my Multi-scape course coming out on how to make hundreds of mil per week using only free-to-play. It's on pre-sale right now. It only takes 1 day for about 5 hours to net roughly 300 to 450 mil a week. And I have videos every Saturday proving that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really enjoying this, so I'm probably going to do this, you know, a bunch of free content like this to go alongside my course and stuff like that too. It'll just be really cool. Leave me some feedback down below of different things you want me to cover for modules or whatever, little slideshows. It'd be really awesome. Thank you. Have a nice day.